Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to a new video, and in today's video I will present to you my Bellatrix deck. So this is my Bellatrix deck. It's just a lot of fun. I played her for a very long time. It was my main deck for almost one whole season, and I will just explain to you what each card's purpose is in this deck. So first let's go to Bella's Echo to see what special abilities she has. So is each time you damage the opponent, your bar gets filled up. You see, like for each hit and so on, when you attack like the enemy or his units, your bar gets filled up, and then at one point you spawn the Death Eaters. The first time that you spawn them, you spawn just one. The second time you spawn 2 Death Eaters, and the third time you spawn 3 Death Eaters. So you want to go to that point as fast as possible. Okay, now to the cards. So Pixies is there. It's just an overall very good small spell cost flying unit. Yeah, it costs just 3. It can do a lot of damage, especially with Bomb Box. Also a very good card. I mean, you don't have like that many units that can take advantage of it. You have like 1, 2, 3, and if you see it, the companions like 4 or 5. But it's still a crucial part of the game, of the deck, because Pixies with Bomb Box, especially, well, my Bomb Box is pretty high, so yeah, it makes a ton of damage. Also the book, very good. And with the Whoopers Bomb Box combination, very good. Bomb Box, like I say, it's basically a spell that the units always carry with them. So they're very strong. Atmospheric Charm, it's just overall very annoying if you put it on an enemy, because he needs to move out the whole time. So he needs to spend movement cards to just escape it. It's just annoying. It can also be very good against some spammy units. The book, we don't even need to talk about it. The book, you can just put him wherever you want. He's a good counter against Nebulous, good counter against Bomb Box, against Sniffler. Yeah, pretty straightforward. One of the big damage dealers in this deck is Thunderstorm. So yeah, you play Thunderstorm and you do a ton of damage, a lot of hits, and that's what you want with Bella deck. You want a lot of hits to upgrade your ability as fast as possible to spawn the Death Eaters. So yeah, Whoopers, very good counter to spam decks, very good counter to big boys like Locomotor, Opalai, and so on. Yeah, especially in the combination Bomb Box, can be super crucial and just very annoying to deal with. Then we just have 2 small spells, Expulso and Inflatius. Expulso, good against spam units, can be very helpful to clear the board a bit. And Inflatius is very good when you have like a Death Eater on the board. You play Inflatius on the enemy, he flies in the air, and your Death Eater does a ton of damage. So that's very good. Obviously, it can also help when your enemy hides in Nebulous. Yeah, those spells can help, even though Inflatius is not like the perfect spell against it. Cassandra, for me, still one of the best first play companions. You just play her in the corner, you are a bit safe. People need to usually overspend to kill her, so it's kind of good. Hermione, a must play, I would say, in this deck because of Hermione Thunderstorm combination. So I definitely say for Hermione, it's very hard to take a replacement, because each replacement would be worse than Hermione herself. So yeah, and then Hagrid as the last one to just get a bit more movement, a little bit more health. And yeah, that's the deck. Let's check some games out. So yeah, first game was against Joachim Moss, one of my teammates. Well, most of the enemies are from my team, so yeah, I always play Cassandra first. I don't fear to play Thunderstorm first when I know that I have the book in my hand. And here's a problem. Have you seen it? He played Avada on my book and he didn't die. It was because his Avada was not that high. And that's a big problem. If you play Avada and it's not super high and the enemy units are higher, they could potentially survive it and you don't get the benefit of Avada. It doesn't like count towards one try. As you see, he's still at 0. So that's why it's a bit difficult to play Avada right now. Most people don't have it very high. We don't have the Golden Snitch, so it's not a good time for Avada. I could have stopped his Episky, like with Inflatius, but he moved away, which was good. Otherwise, Expulso is also good to stop Episky. But yeah, whatever. Your Monster Book to yeah. So yeah, he got my Cassandra. Obviously, against Avada, you can always like put yourself in front of the Avada, so you protect your units and they just, yeah, he doesn't get like an Avada refillment. So here he got 2 Avadas, but it's very expensive. That's the problem. It's very, very expensive because he used Avada, Priori, Avada, and he was already so low at that point that I was like, yeah, okay. Problem is also like Avada decks are not very good against my Bella because I don't have a lot of units. So obviously for Avada to pop off, you need to play it against a lot of units, and yeah, you see, Dead Eaters are just very crucial. If you don't block them, yeah, it's very hard. And the arrow was just like, play Thunderstorm, he will probably have nothing against it, and yeah, GG, fast quick game, nothing too crazy. Let's jump to the next game. Here we have Tom Riddle, probably the player that I may play mostly against right now, because in our server the duels are pretty dead. Basically almost no one is playing duels anymore because there's just no point in it, and yeah, it's sad, but it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know, he put everything like in the corner there. I was like, okay, if with my atmospheric charm it can be pretty nice, and with my small spells and everything. Yeah, you always, like, sometimes you can just push the units towards your side with Expulso, and yeah, then just kill them. Or what I often also do is, if we have like big tanks almost close to our Cassandra, I just use Expulse on them to push them to Cassandra, and then she will do the rest. Yeah, very big key factor, very good. And you see, Whoopers, you see how strong it is, how much damage they do. It's crazy. It's nothing you should underestimate because it's very good. And then here the Niffler was a bit weirdly played, but he obviously just wanted to play him there to, yeah, counter Thunderstorm a bit. And you see, you can counter Ron with an Inflatius. Oh damn. Yeah, you can just counter Ron with an Inflatius. It depends, especially I could have waited longer and waited until Ron was in my Cassandra circle and then put Inflatius on him. That would be even better, but yeah, he was almost dead anyway, so yeah. Yeah, if the enemy doesn't have Nebulous, it's very good for you, because like Thunderstorm is so annoying, it does so much damage. And yeah, you see, we were totally in the lead here. I had my Whoopers on the board, which makes it very annoying for the enemy if you play spam to even play something on the board. And yeah, I think that was the point where he just gave up, because what should he do? Play units on the board? Give me the value? No. This time it is against Kaboom, and you see, through all of my videos we see the same enemies over and over again. I hope this changes in the near future. They just need to open our server and then it will change. The book was a misplay, definitely he misclicked. Yeah, I knew, okay, luckily I have Inflatius here. Zack, he was in Cassandra's circle and he died. So we catched Ron, that's very important. It's a very good counter to Ron, especially right now. Probably a lot of people will play Ron because he was in the event. Yeah, Whooper, obviously a bit annoying, but yeah, it is what it is, right? Nothing to do about it. Yeah, always try to put pressure on the enemy. Atmospheric Charm, as you see, he needs to run away. Whoopers do their job pretty well here. I'm not gonna lie, pretty well. They're obviously not so hard to kill, like, right? They don't have a lot of health, but yeah, and here Thunderstorm, because I was pretty sure he didn't have Nebulous or so. So it's like, okay, very easy, let's go Hermione Thunderstorm. And I could use the next spell on Hermione. The problem is I didn't have like a good spell I want to use. I want always to use like Thunderstorm with her, and then if possible immediately Atmospheric Charm. Like here, Atmospheric Charm is good when you pop up both spells. It's not always possible, I know it, but yeah. Here I was a bit sweating, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I was a bit overwhelmed. Bam, Expulso, and the whole board was cleared, and we could breathe out again, which was very important. Yeah, bombs, very good. I destroyed one Whooper. Yeah, to be honest, I'm you should never be afraid to use Thunderstorm in this deck. Of course, if you know the enemy has potentially Nebulous or he has it, try to always have enough MP to always so play Book in the background. Okay, that was a very weird play. I understand that he didn't want to wait longer, but usually you really want to play Thunderstorm with Hermione and not Atmospheric Charm. So yeah, I knew that this was not going too well for him. And I knew at this point I probably have him. Because if you play Hermione like that... and yeah, you just see the Death Eater, how much damage he did. Yeah. I sadly missed Inflatius. But yeah, in the end, luckily it was enough. Look at the bombs. Pow, pow, pow. Bombs can be devastating. They can do a ton of damage and yeah. It's still one of my favorite cards. Like bombs, definitely still one of my favorite cards. It has so much variety. And even though I only have a few units here, it does a great job. Yeah, Monster Book to end the job. And GG. And GG. GG, well played. So yeah, what should I say? You should never be afraid, like I said, to play Thunderstorm, especially in the beginning, because you can't just hide next to Cassandra. And in case they have Nebulous, you always have to have your Book in your hand, or maybe Inflatius or Expulso. Expulso and Inflatius can also counter Nebulous, not as good as with the Book, because the Book is very annoying and usually he stays long enough until Thunderstorm is over. Yeah, this was my small introduction to the Bella deck. I think it's one of the most fun decks, especially with her ability. It's super strong. One of the, right now in our game, one of the best companions, one of the best echoes, I would say. There are also a lot of other variations of Bellatrix, also with crabs, fire crabs and so on, which can be very devastating. Yeah, this was it from this video. I hope you liked it, guys. Thanks for all the new subs. We're almost at 2,700 already. Mind blowing, mind blowing. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. So yeah, if you like it, feel free to like and subscribe. And I will say, see you next video. Bye bye.